Good afternoon. We have been pretty busy today. It is Saturday, February 7th. Woke up this morning and we actually had to take Ruby down to the Humane Society to get her vaccinations. I believe Beeb said that they've been overdue since September of last year. So I was unaware of the fact that it was in Murray. Beebs told me that he already mentioned that to me, but I don't have any memory of that. So we went down to Murray. It took about 45 minutes to get that whole thing done, and then obviously came back to the area our apartment's in. We stopped at Sam's Club and got gas, and then we basically just came back home to drop Ruby off. And I laid down. I had no intentions of falling asleep or taking a nap, but that's what ended up happening. You guys know I've been on a new antidepressant for, today's my second day on it, so basically 24 hours now. And I've just been like overly sleepy for some reason. I'm not blaming anything on the meds yet because I don't know if it's the meds that are causing it. Maybe I just like caught a bug somewhere. But I was just overly tired and I haven't been feeling good the last couple days. So I ended up taking like hour and a half, 2 hour nap. And then once I woke up, we left again and went back to Sam's Club and got groceries. We got a majority of everything that we needed. Like we only need like a couple more things, but we'd rather get those another day from Walmart. So we got groceries, and we just had pizza for lunch at the cafe at Sam's Club. We just ate there. And then we got Sam's Club macaroni and cheese for dinner tonight. So yeah, we did that. And then obviously now we're home. We put groceries away. And Beebs is downstairs with Indy taking her potty. I don't know what the plan is for the rest of the day. We're probably just gonna be hanging out. If only you would be in my video.
I will be.
We'll see about that. Okay, I'm in the reptile room after fucking with my love for a little bit. I'm going to mist real quick. You guys know I try to mist twice a day, so I'm gonna do that. Grogu was out earlier. I'm not really sure where he went, but yeah, I have to mist these two critters for the second time. I don't always do the second misting in the evening. Sometimes I just do it whenever I'm in here during the day. Everyone's different. Obviously, I try not to like over mist, but I do like to do it twice a day. I know my sister, from what I've seen, only does it once a day at night, but she has like an automatic mister, at least for her chameleons, and she has like a humidity machine for her green tree python Nico. But yeah, everyone's different. I myself do mist twice a day, but it really just depends on your preference. Grogu's food is also a task for today, so I think I'm just gonna do that and get it over with. I really don't feel good. I feel fevered, like just how I feel personally, but Beebs has felt me and he said I don't feel like I have a fever. But we don't have a thermometer, so I can't check for sure. So how would I know? But that's just how I'm feeling. I also have been having like pain in my lower stomach. It's like a constant stomach ache. I was telling Beebs that it almost feels like period cramps, but it's definitely not. My period has been over for like almost a week now, like 4 or 5 days now. So definitely not my period. I'm obviously not bleeding from what I know. So I don't know what that is. If I'm not feeling better in a couple days, I'm probably gonna call my doctor. Every little thing that I feel, like when I feel off, every little symptom makes me paranoid, makes me feel like it's my heart. So yeah, I'm probably being ridiculous, but I also like don't want to embarrass myself by calling cardiology and being like, oh, something's wrong, what do I do? Like, I don't want to be like fucking dramatic every time. So I don't know. If it starts affecting my heart, I obviously will call them. My doctor told me to, when he put me on the new antidepressant, he told me that it can cause spikes in blood pressure, and that's really the only concern he had, because obviously he knows about my heart issues. Why would he not? Um, and I basically said I wasn't very concerned with that because, due to my heart problems, my blood pressure is typically on the lower side of life, so I wasn't really too worried about it spiking. It's not like it's high as it is. So yeah, I did check my blood pressure this morning. I have been really slacking at that. Technically, I'm supposed to check it every day. I borrowed my stepmom's blood pressure cuff a while ago. It's the same one I was using when I lived with them last year. They want me to check it every day. Like, they've wanted me to do that since my heart attack situation went down. But I'm a slacker and I'm irresponsible, so that hasn't happened. Moral of the story, this month I'm going to try to do it every day because I know my cardiologist will ask if I've been taking my blood pressure. He asks every single time. And I see him next month on the 2nd. So yeah, I also am going to mention to him that my primary care doctor mentioned the blood pressure concerns with the new medication. From what I know, the new medication should be on my chart already when I see cardiology next, but if not, I will obviously explain to him that I'm on that now and see if he has any concerns, but we will go from there. So like, even right now I'm like fucking sweating. I don't know what my problem is. I am wearing like pants. This is what I wore today. Cute little Dr. Pepper shirt with black leggings. And I do have socks on, but I still don't know like why I'm so fucking hot. We have the balcony door open, but it's not doing anything. I just feel fucking hot, so I don't know what the problem is. He's ignoring me.
Oh no, I'm ignoring.
Miss Ruby got her shots this morning, huh? She made it difficult. According to my love, they had to put the muzzle on her today.
They did have to put a muzzle on.
So Ruby didn't make it easy, but she was a very good girl. Other than that, she was very, very good. Also, evidence, when I was napping earlier, he heard a noise, and Indy was chewing on the wall. So I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Be good. He's gotta be good. Oh my goodness, Ruby gets in on everything. 2 good girls. 2 very good girls. Also, I went through our junk drawer the other day, like randomly. I think I was looking for like the lock for my choker. I believe you guys saw that in the doctor's appointment vlog. Maybe another one. I believe I was looking for that, but moral of the story, I found all of my bracelets. I haven't worn bracelets in forever, but most of these ones I got from my Aunt Casey in a set for Christmas. This one says Mama. It's like my favorite. And then these all just like say random stuff like Be the Light, Never Quit, Dream Big, and Blessed. And I got all of these from my grandma, I think, aside from the yellow one. Also, you guys know I haven't been wearing my piercings like I should be. I do need to get more tongue rings. I love the ones Beebs got me, but they hurt the roof of my mouth because of the gem, and I have a horrible habit of playing with them, so no tongue ring today, but I did put in my belly ring. You guys saw that in yesterday's vlog, either that or the day before, but yeah, I took it out. I had it in like before for a day or so, and then it started to get irritated like at the piercing site itself, like up here. So I took it out, but so far this time around it hasn't bothered me at all. Yeah, I just think my body doesn't really do good with the like fake jewelry. But I ain't no bougie bitch, so I don't have the real shit. But yeah, like my ears are the same way. Like they'll just react weird to the fake jewelry. That's why I never wear earrings. Yeah. Also, I put a laundry basket in here because Beebs and I make a mess every time we shower. There's just clothes fucking everywhere. So I was not having that anymore. Let's see how long it takes me to realize I'm recording him. I busted myself because the flash was on. I forgot.
Oh no.
Crazy fucking bitches. Okay, I'm back in the bedroom. I just mentioned that I borrowed this from my stepmom, like right after Beebs and I moved here, when I moved out of my dad's. But I've decided, I've just been keeping it like up above the fridge with all of our medication and stuff, like where all of my pill bottles are. But like I said, I'm trying to take my blood pressure more consistently. So since my nightstand has outlets, I am gonna plug this in on my nightstand and just leave it here so I can take my blood pressure when I first wake up. So this was this morning's. My blood pressure was a little low. It was 112/69, and my pulse was good. It was 77. And that's just on the wall, obviously, above my nightstand, so I can write it down every morning. Sorry, my face is cut off. I don't really have anywhere to put the camera in here. But this morning, I also refilled my medication, my weekly medications. So those are done. I used to only be on 6 pills every day, like just for like in the morning when I wake up, but now I'm on 7, obviously including the antidepressant, and then at night I have 3, heart med, and then I've been taking Tylenol PM. I believe I mentioned before that I was on trazodone, but I told my doctor that that wasn't doing anything for me and basically asked what he recommended, and he just said like, we'll stop prescribing it. There's no point in you paying for a medication that's not working and that you're not taking. So anyway, like I mentioned, I've been taking Tylenol PM. So I also asked him about that, if like that's safe to do or if he has any concerns with that. And he said that shouldn't affect me negatively at all and it should be pretty safe to do. So that's what I've been doing. Anyway, so what I ended up doing was I moved my Cardio Messenger plug over to the USB. I talked about this in another vlog. It basically just communicates with my pacemaker and sends updates to my doctors. I also mentioned that I like to leave it plugged in, so that is now in the USB and just out of the way. I moved my phone charger to the middle, and then I plugged the blood pressure cuff in right here, and I'm just gonna leave it like on the surface of my nightstand. I am gonna feed the cord like back behind everything, so it's not like taking up space like where I set stuff. And that is basically how I'm gonna leave it, at least for now. I also have been leaving reminders for myself on the wall. Last night's was refill medications, but that is done, so we can throw this guy away. So I think I'm gonna change into shorts and maybe a tank top because I'm very hot. We do need to get a thermometer, like I mentioned, to check for sure if I do have a fever, but for now I don't know. So I'm gonna change into something cooler. By the way, the closet is still clean, so thumbs up for that. I have been sweating my ass off in this shirt all day, and these pants are covered in dog hair anyway, so I'm just gonna throw them into the washer. And obviously same with the socks I'm wearing. So you guys have seen these pajama shorts before, but I've been obsessed with them like literally forever. They're my faves, so I'm gonna wear these. I'm gonna try to find the matching top. You guys saw both the top and the bottom, these shorts in my New Year's Eve part 2 vlog, I believe. That being said, I am going to get rid of this sports bra. And we are going to go out and get Beeb's reaction to my cute little PJs. So I actually found the top. 99% of the time I can't find it, but I found it today. If I can't find this top to go with these shorts, I will wear this like cute tank top, like lacy crop top situation. I believe I got this from Ross, but I am very insecure. So if I wear this, like this kind of thing that's so cropped in public, I try to wear like high-waisted pants, either that or I wear my black cardigan. But I will give you guys a better look at this. Like I said, I believe I got it from Ross, but it's just like a cute, lacy, like sort of V-neck tank top. It's like the ribbed material. It does have stains all over it. Don't clock me. I'm literally so clumsy and I always drop shit on my clothes. So anyway, that's that. So, took care of my laundry and now I'm in the bedroom. I'm just hanging up my purse. It was sitting on the counter from our outing today. So I don't think I've mentioned yet, but tomorrow is obviously Super Bowl Sunday. So if you watch the Super Bowl, you probably already know that. If you're like a football sports person, I know Beebs is for sure. That being said, so is my dad. And my dad had mentioned to me a few days ago, he texted me and asked if Beebs and I wanted to come over and watch the Super Bowl at their house. And we said, obviously, we would love that. So we are planning on going over there tomorrow for the game. We are going a little bit early to help my dad do some quick, easy repairs on his Mustang. I've told you before that my dad is a Mustang guy, like ride or die. So there's some quick, easy fixes that need to be done. So Beebs is gonna help him with that. And then we're gonna watch the game with them. We actually passed my stepmom this morning on the way to McDonald's when we went and got breakfast. She was in my dad's truck and Beebs looked over. I was like, "Is that your dad's truck?" And I said, "Yep." And sure enough, it was Nicole. So I rolled down the window and hollered at her. She's helping her daughter move today, so that's why she was up this way. Also, I wanted to mention I have noticed like 3 extensions over here that have moved quite like lower than where they're supposed to be at least. From brushing my hair. I'm like anal about brushing my hair. If my hair looks rowdy or like untamed, I like want to lose my shit. Anyway, they've moved a lot lower. That being said, those 3, when I pull my hair up, like for example, earlier, like when we took Ruby to get her shots before I took my nap, I had my hair in like cute little pigtails back here. And during my nap, it started to hurt my head, and I ended up trying to get this side out because that's where the extensions are, like right around this area. And the extensions were preventing the hair tie from coming out because they are so low, like they're below where the hair tie was like tightened. Anyway, so I tried getting it out and ended up pulling an extension out with it. So we did have a casualty today. I might text my sister and see if she's willing to wax my brows because they need it. It's been like quite a while since she did it the first time, so I'm not complaining. Like they looked really good for a long time, but they need some attention again. My eyelashes and my eyebrows are very full and thick, which I'm blessed to have that, but in the same breath, they do look like Sasquatch after a couple of weeks. I've always had super thick and full eyebrows. It's just like how I was born. It's just in my genes, I guess. So they do grow back thick and very, very fast. I also wanted to mention, like, does anyone else get like random bruises? I am part of the random bruise gang. I always wake up with like weird random bruises all over my body, mostly on my legs. Like Do I have a sleep paralysis demon? I can't really tell. This one is from Ruby. She jumped up and her claws hit my leg. And originally there was a scratch there, and then it turned into a bruise. And it's worse because Ruby literally will not let us clip or grind her nails. So that's awesome. But I've been trying to teach her and like be patient with her, and teach her that she can't jump up on people. So yeah. Also, last night, Beebs and I ended up going on a little date for Valentine's Day a little bit early. We know like Valentine's Day itself, everywhere's going to be packed because everyone and their lover will be out for dinner. So we went last night. We went to Applebee's and had dinner. I got fish and chips, and then Beebs got this like hot honey chicken with waffle fries. It was really good. And then, so we did that, spent a little time together for a little early Valentine's Day date. And then we met his brother and his wife here at the apartment because Beebs needed his like snap-on scan tool mechanic things. So they dropped that off. We talked to them for a second, and the family is actually planning, they want to go like down by Moab, I forgot what it's called, in like May, June, around there, probably June. I did mention to them that cardiology likes to see me every 3 months, so that puts my next appointment somewhere in June, because like obviously the next one's in March, and then April, May, June. So I'm probably going to end up calling cardiology on Monday because we kind of have dates like when they want to go down there to spend a few days. So I'm going to call cardiology on Monday and see if it's possible to schedule my next appointment like after the upcoming one on Monday, because like I said, they already have the dates, and apparently like the longer we wait, the more expensive it's going to get. So yeah, I'm going to call them and see if that's possible to schedule the next appointment now. But if not, I'll obviously have to wait until I see him in March. So hopefully they will let me do that and like kind of work around my schedule as well. But like I obviously like made it clear with everybody, like if he doesn't let me schedule it, I won't be going. If the dates somehow collide with my cardiology appointment, I just am putting cardiology as a priority. Like I feel like I should, obviously. So yeah, if they collide, I won't be going on the trip with them, which I really want to go. Like it would be so much fun, but cardiology is a priority, like I just said. So fingers crossed they let me schedule early. I'm also random in desperate need of a pedicure. I painted my toes like a few months ago now, like before the new year, and they're still on there. I don't know why like regular nail polish will chip so fast, but toenail polish lasts forever. I don't understand it. But this is a D&D polish. It's called Salsa Verde. My sister's nail girl gave her that polish for like her birthday, I believe. So that's what that is. Obviously, I get my nails done, so I don't have to worry about chipping. But yeah, I've just always wondered, like, why do your toes last so long painted and your fingernails don't last as long? Maybe it's because you use your hands for more like activities and like you're more like focused on using your hands. You don't really use your feet to like grab shit, obviously. So I don't know, maybe that's a dumb question, but I've always wondered that. Speaking of nails, this is the other bow. On the other hand, it has broken off. I don't know, we've never had problems with them breaking off like the charms before, but this time they have. And this hand was the first one that came off, and sometime today the rest of it popped off. The glue is obviously still there, so I just filed it smooth so I don't scratch myself or like pull my hair out when I run my hands through my hair. But I also didn't want to like ruin the top coat, so I didn't file it very far. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that. Like I said, we've never had a problem with them coming off, but maybe it's just the glue situation. She used the same glue that she always does, as far as I know. So maybe it was just the way they were placed or whatever. Totally not my sister's fault. Like, they come off sometimes. There's really nothing you can do about that. But they still look really cute. I think next time, after this set grows out, you guys know these are my natural nail, which is crazy. But after these are grown out, I'm probably going to do just like a plain white French tip with the same like creamy pink base color because I really, really love it. So yeah, that's a little nail rant. We'll see when I get my toes done next. Right now, it's honestly not even really a priority because it is winter, if you can even call it that, in Utah right now. It's been like high 50 to 60 degrees every day and sunny, like warm, all winter. We've only seen snow twice this winter. Once like the end of last year and once this year, like maybe the end of January to like the beginning of this month. So it's been fucking weird. But toes are not a priority because my feet aren't out. It's not like I'm wearing flip-flops, even though I could, which is fucking crazy. But yeah, maybe I'll just file off the polish and trim them myself and then wait till it gets like spring, summertime to do my toes. I don't know. I do need to take a bath. Beebs went to Sam's Club the other night when I was kind of having a bad night because he's a sweetheart and he got me more shampoo and conditioner. I believe I mentioned that I needed more. We get the big 2-pack of the shampoo and the conditioner from Sam's Club. And I had mentioned that I wanted to take a bath. So he was very kind and he went out and got me some. So I might take a bath this evening and wash my hair. Maybe soak in some Epsom salt and try to get feeling better. I don't know what's wrong with me. So I took off my little gold chain. It's very cute, but I was irritated with the fact that it kept like flipping around. But this chain itself, I believe, was from my sister for my birthday last year. She got me like a bunch of jewelry from Amazon because that's what I asked for. And I believe this was in the jewelry that she got me. If it wasn't for my sister, it was for my Aunt Casey because she also got me jewelry, but love this. You can find like super cute stuff on Amazon. I am literally so hot. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I'm gonna use my deodorant because I don't want BO. Even though it's like literally almost 5 and we're not going anywhere else today. I just like to smell good, especially my armpits. No one wants to smell BO. I saw this quote one time that was like, if I can smell you, you can smell you, stop playing, and I live by that. Anyway, I'm gonna put deodorant on because I need it right now. I love this deodorant. I ran out of like the regular like stick. Don't mind the cars, we live on a pretty busy road. I ran out of like the regular invisible solid like stick deodorant, and I randomly had a flashback to my mom getting me this deodorant in like the same invisible solid like roll up, and I was like, oh my god, what was that deodorant? Like, what was it called? What did it look like? And we went to Target, either that or Walmart, to get me some deodorant, and I ended up finding this, and I was like, oh my god, that's the one. And this one ended up being a roll-on with the screw-on cap, which I love. And it literally smells like a baby's clean booty. So like baby powder scent is what I should probably say. But I love it, and it just makes your pits smell so good. By the way, Beebs is doing his own thing on the computer right now. I think I've mentioned before that he's into coding and like hacking recently. So he's been doing a lot of that. He bought a new computer from, not a new one, obviously used, from the pawn shop to do all of that stuff on. It has like a higher RAM and bigger like storage capacity. I believe it's 1 terabyte. I don't really understand like the RAM side of things. I just know that the computer he got is able to run like a lot bigger programs when it comes to coding. So anyway, he's doing that out in the kitchen at the bar. We've been hanging out pretty much all day, and our relationship is so healthy to the point where like we know that it's okay to like go in separate rooms and do our own thing. But I will say that like 99% of the time we are at each other's hips because we're obsessed with each other. We're so in love, which is not a bad thing, but we also know that personal space and like doing your own thing is okay too. And just because you're doing your own thing like in different rooms doesn't mean that you don't love each other. But if you're in a relationship where that is made to be a bad thing, maybe you should get out of that relationship. Not only that, but like a relationship where you can't stand each other and where you're always in separate rooms and you don't talk and you basically live like roommates. I was in a relationship like that for a while and it was not fun. So if you're in a relationship like that as well, then you should also evacuate. Am I the only grown adult that sits on the floor and just vibes out? I do this quite a lot. Just weird like that, I guess. Bedroom update while I'm sitting here. It's still clean, but we do need to vacuum the floor. As you can tell, Indy's fur is absolutely fucking everywhere. Clings to everything. She sheds like crazy. That's the only complaint I have about her breed is that she sheds, so it sticks all over the carpet. So maybe before I get in the bath, I'll run over the floor with the vacuum real quick. I just really don't want to overdo it because I already don't feel good. My phone like automatically tracks my steps. I feel like every smartphone does that nowadays. But according to my phone, I've taken like over 4,000, like almost 5,000 steps today and like 166 calories or something. So yeah, I've definitely been getting my cardio in today and I've been trying to do that every day. And I feel like I've been doing a pretty good job with all of the cleaning I've been doing. But yeah, I hope my cardiologist has good news. Speaking of that, I cried to Beebs either, I think it was last night or the night before. I think it was last night that I'm so scared to see cardiology. It just freaks me out. Considering not only what I've gone through with my heart since last January, but also like my mom's whole fight with heart disease and heart failure. She was diagnosed in 2010 in October and she passed away in July of 2016. And I watched her, like, I don't mean to be TMI, but literal brutal fight with heart disease and heart failure. And it traumatized the shit out of me because I saw all the bad news that she got and what she had to go through. That being said, it just scares me. Even though my fight, at least up to now, is not even like close to the bullshit my mom went through. Obviously, like, I can't compare situations because a heart attack is very serious and that is obviously something that is completely valid when it comes to being traumatized. So yeah, I think it's more of just like I'm afraid of getting bad news. I believe I've mentioned this before, but I feel like every cardiology appointment at the hospital has been bad news, pretty much every single one since I was discharged after my heart attack last January. The only appointment that I personally feel like I really got good news at was the last one in December, the 1st of December. He gave me pretty good news. He didn't really have any concerns. So yeah, but that being said, it still does scare the shit out of me. I know, like, I've been taking the proper steps to make my heart stronger and work toward a healthier heart. But just because I've been doing all of that stuff, like getting rid of things that will negatively affect my heart and exercising and whatever, watching my caffeine intake, drinking water, like all of the stuff, my diet, just because I've been doing all of those proactive things to help my heart doesn't mean it's going to prevent all of the bad news. Obviously, like, there's going to be bad news in everything in life. Most things in life, I feel like, include bad news. So obviously I can't avoid it fully, especially with a serious heart condition like I have. But I hope that with all of the stuff I've been doing, I will have mostly good news, if not all good news. So yeah, just scares me. I am definitely a worrier. I get anxious and I tend to hyperfixate on stuff like that, like what ifs almost. Like I'm like, oh, what if this, what if that, like what if I need this, what if I need that. I feel like most of my fear recently, like since middle to the end of last year, when I was told that if I have another heart attack, I will need a heart transplant in the future, because from my doctor's opinion, like my heart is already so weak from the heart attack that I had. My heart was weak. Sorry, the road is just chaos. My heart was weak, obviously, before that because it led up to the heart attack, but the heart attack just kind of like did me over. And if I have another one, I will need a heart transplant because they don't believe that my heart will be able to fully recover or bounce back. Obviously not fully recover. I don't think that's the proper term. It won't be able to recover to a stable point if I do have another heart attack. So, like I was saying, I believe most of my fear has come from that news. But I do have like reassurance knowing that they said like I will need a heart transplant if I have another heart attack. So yeah, obviously it's not like for sure, like they didn't say, oh, you're gonna need a heart transplant. Like there's still, it's not like a absolute must at this point. They kind of made it seem like it was like, oh, if another heart attack does happen, that could be a possibility that you will need a heart transplant. So I think most of my fear stems from that news. But I feel like it's okay to be scared with everything, not just health issues. It doesn't have to be a heart problem like me, but it's okay to be scared. It's okay to worry. It's just scary considering what I've been through and what my mom went through, like I mentioned. I did upload like my mom's story, her battle with heart disease and heart failure. I ended up privating that video because, I don't know, it's just like a really sensitive topic for me. So yeah, if you guys would want to see maybe like a shorter, not as detailed story about my mom and what she went through, let me know. But yeah, it just really fucking freaks me out. Also, I'm literally sitting here with my legs under the bed. My side of the bed, there's not very much room. But yeah. So I did take Tylenol this morning because of the pain in my stomach. And like I feel fevered, like I mentioned. But that was at like not even 10 this morning, and it's like probably almost 6 at this point. So I am gonna take another dose of Tylenol and then probably hop in the bath. I would take Midol because I'm lazy, and that's what I have in my drawer right here. I've been taking the Midol Complete. My heart doctors were skeptical to let me take this, but they said if I needed it, I could take it. At the time I had cramps, so I think that's why they approved it. Anyway, I like to avoid it because they were so skeptical. Not only that, because it has caffeine in it as well, so try try to avoid this. So I think I'm just gonna stop being lazy and go grab some Tylenol. Let's go see what Beeps is doing. I'm gonna grab my clothes for after the bath. Well, at least underwear and a bra, because I do plan on putting the same PJs on. Let's go see my love. I can hear the dogs outside of the door. Hello, Miss Indy. I love you.
I love you more.
Okay, I'm getting in the bath. I have amazing news. I'm holding my clean underwear in my hand. Beebs just told me that he's gonna make me an account on his MacBook Pro. His old MacBook, not the new one. So I can edit finally on iMovie. He was just gonna clear it off, but there's photos and shit on there that he doesn't want to lose. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to edit sooner rather than later. It's not drugs, I promise. I use a measuring cup for Epsom salt because I hate when the grainy shit gets under my fingernails. That being said, I'm going to grab quite a bit. I love a lot. And I'm going to put this in the dishwasher. Sit! Indy, stay. Good girl. Good girls. Love you. I'm gonna go bath. Alright, that is all for this vlog. Hopefully you can hear me. The bath is filling up, so I'm gonna get undressed and hop in there and soak for a little bit. I do have to take off all my jewelry. All of it meaning my bracelets. So let's take it off real quick. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Like I was saying, don't forget to always express what you're thankful for. Drink your water, take your meds, and if your posture's bad, fix it. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.